Welcome to our first podcast.
Panic at the Podcast.
Panic at the Podcast.
Panic at the
Yeah,
Podcast.
we're gonna be talking about some Ixalan today, dude.
Yeah, first.
Dudes, it's Jimmy's here, Patrick's here, and yours truly, Tack Diggs is here.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what magic is still.
Patrick's a newbie, but it's okay. We're gonna inform him. This is gonna be an informal video.
I'm informing both of you to begin with. I read over both of the lore stories that have currently been published for Ixalan. There's going to be a total of 7 in the long run. They've already got the first 2 out. And, yeah, we're going to start out with me summarizing the lore, go into our 5 favorite cards.
Before that, actually, we're going to do we're going to do something called Shit or Legit, where we take all the mythics and then we all vote to see if they're, good or not. Do they live up to the hype? Yeah, and then we're going to talk about, some drafting, some commander aspects of this, and, we're also going to go over pre-release prices.
Yeah,
just
touch
to see.
on that.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and start with the lore, Jimmy. What do we need to expect?
Okay, so first and foremost, I don't know if you guys listened to or kind of figured out what happened at the Hour of Devastation. Nicol Bolas basically came in and was like, your prophecy, your love and your life that you would look forward to all this time was me raising an army to destroy all of the multiverse. Mm-hmm. So the Gatewatch tried to take him on, which didn't go too terribly well. They basically all got beaten down and planes walked away to different places. Jace tried to enter the mind of Nicol Bolas and break him mentally. Didn't go too well. Jace's body got projected through the blind eternities, and he ended up on Ixalan. So the first story opens up with Jace being confused. He has amnesia. He wakes up on a forest floor, and he sees this little lizard running around, and he follows it to the shore. And basically, he's the only one on this island. He tries to planeswalk. He doesn't really know what he's doing. He kind of fades away and then feels himself come back. Tries to sort of get a grip of what he's doing there and who he is. So he's so exhausted, he's covered in bruises and scars, and he goes to sleep, and unbeknownst to him, he goes invisible, which alludes to he still has his powers, and some of them are innate and work without him needing to focus in on them.
That's cool.
Nice.
So he has hallucinations, which are his shattered memories, just coming and trying to make him aware of what his past is. So he hallucinates about Gideon, Jura, and Tamio, the moon.
Ooh.
So he doesn't give 2 craps about the rest of the Gatewatch?
Yeah, he just doesn't care.
It's just coming to him random. Well, some of the other ones do show up as we go through it. Basically, he realizes by meeting all these mental projections of his friends that he's a mage. So he sort of practices, he makes a bull, he makes a cow, that he turns into a horse, that he turns into an elephant, that he turns into a sea beast, that he turns into a universe.
Okay.
He turns day to night, and he's just he kind of thinks, wow, I have to be crazy or I have to be God.
So it took him that. How many times did he transform different things into? And
it was 4 things.
It took him
he kept escalating
that many times, and then he turned day into night, and then I was like, oh, I guess I am, something cool in my
life. Mage. Yeah.
Okay, so continue.
Months pass. He is building fires and everything. When he's first starting to figure out that he's a mage, he's freezing to death. It's a really cold night, rain just poured, and he's focusing on fire, and he's like, man, if I focus on this fire enough, maybe it'll just happen. So he's get his stick, he's rubbing it on another piece of wood, and then blue flames erupt, and then they disappear. But he was like, these flames, they didn't have any heat to them. What was this? And then later on, he's like, oh, it was all an illusion. He was just making illusions. And then he's...
Oh, that gotta be the worst.
Well, he's been there for months. He's been there for 5 months at this point, when he's finally accepting the fact that he's all alone, and he's in a lot of depression. And an illusion of Liliana comes to him and is like, look at yourself. I like the muscles. I like that you're rugged and everything, but you need to get your stuff together.
Yeah.
So he's basically like, okay, I'm going to build a raft and go out into the ocean. So he does, gets it all together, gets some supplies, goes out. The first night there's a storm, lightning and waves overtake him and destroy his raft. So he has to swim to the shore to another place that's got big rocks that are just covered in bird dookie. He points it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so essentially Jace has had his entire raft, all of his supplies laid waste to, and he sees this island that's covered in bird droppings and a bunch of crazy shenanigans in the moonlight. So he swims to it, gets on shore, and he's just exhausted from being on the sea and basically on this little raft, making sure it all stays together for the whole day, and he collapses on shore. And he's awoken by a deep feminine voice, basically saying that there's a man on shore and to get their ship over there. And the voice is kind of familiar to Jace. It's something that he feels like he's heard before. And it turns out that the captain of the ship, who's calling to him, says, "Bellerin, what are you doing here?" Which is Jace's last name.
Yeah.
And it sort of tries to figure out why he's there and everything. It's Varaska, the Gorgon planeswalker from Ravnica. If you didn't know, Jace is the living guild pact officially of Ravnica, and he kind of keeps balance between all the guilds and stops faction violence. But Varaska wanted him to sort of be under his thumb so that she could infiltrate and sort of manipulate the guilds to like meet her wishes. But basically, she recognizes him, and he doesn't know who she is or who he is. And that's where it ends.
Oh, so...
Or him confronting Varaska.
So this is all centered around Jace right now?
The first story is all Jace.
As far as we know right now. It's been released.
That's the first story.
It's the first story, but...
The second story follows a new planeswalker.
Oh, you're talking about the dinosaur one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Huatli.
Huatli.
Huatli. Huatli, I believe is how it is.
Huatli?
Yeah, this entire culture is really, it reminds me of like Mesopotamian, sort of Aztec culture. It's, I like the theme behind it, but basically Huatli is a great knight and orator. She writes a lot of speeches and poems, and everyone in...
You can relate.
Yeah, I was like, oh, a warrior poet! A lady off of my own heart.
And dinosaurs.
But evidently in their culture, there is one warrior poet per generation, which is a title that for basically the most loved warrior and all-around
poet.
Like, it's a civilian that stands out above everyone else.
So is a poet, are they saying like a poet is in like,
writes poetry.
A poet and they know it?
Oh yeah, they know it that they're a poet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So essentially, she is just like this military genius, this literary fanatic.
Who commands dinosaurs.
Who commands dinosaurs as well. So it opens up with her and her cousin, Initi, I guess.
We'll just call her Little Nitty.
It's a guy. It's a little boy. And by little boy, they're about the same age. They're cousins.
Okay.
So they were returning from a successful campaign against your brethren tactics, the Legion of the Dusk, all those vampires.
All the vampires.
So get this. After this long campaign on the shores of their continent, no lives were lost.
What?
They confiscated all of the Legion of the Dusk's weapons and sent them back on their ships.
Really?
They basically made them look like little pansies.
I mean, have you seen the dinosaurs in this set, though? Like, I'd be scared. I don't care if I'm a vampire or not.
But, like, they're riding back, and they've got, like, these weapons in their satchel, and Huatli takes it out, and they're just laughing at it because it's, like, really decorative and doesn't look really functional.
I just want to, like...
How would they conquer anything?
Well, I just want to, like, go back to, like, the Legion of Dusk? Is that what you said with it?
Yeah, that is, they're vampire conquistadors.
So, what is their mothers and fathers thinking when they come back from this great campaign? Or like
they're just
hey,
like,
what happened, guys?
They took our stuff.
they took our stuff. What are we supposed to do?
I think Vampire Conquistador is actually just a card.
We're going to come to that.
We're going to come to
I'm sure that is a set.
Yeah.
Okay.
So their confiscated weapons are being taken back to the Emperor of the Sun, the Empire of the. It's the Sun Empire that Huatli and the cousin are a part of. Wow. So they're taking it back to basically revel in their success and that no lives were lost. It was a great, overwhelming victory. So she's loved by all of her people, and they celebrate the victory. She gives a great speech, and people are just like up in arms, just like so happy. And the Emperor takes her to the side. There's another front that there's a battle happening on another part of their continent. But he wants her to stay in the city because he believes that a two-prong attack from the Brazen Coalition, which is a legion of pirates, and the Legion of Dusk are in the works. So they think they're going to have a huge, basically, like a storm is a-coming. And these two factions are going to try to crush the Empire. So she agrees. She's like, I should watch after the capital. And a month passes. A individual that's out and about, sort of by the shore, comes back and says that the Brazen Coalition are approaching. And so she takes her raptor mount. She has a pet raptor. She just rides around on it. And she has some innate magic properties to command the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So she gets like a legion of raptors following her into battle. And so they all follow her. And she goes with her cousin, Enidi. And they come upon this fiery minotaur. It's got these burning chains, and it whips the legs out from under the raptor, pins it to the ground, and snaps its neck.
What? Really? So is this a card in the set? That doesn't.
The Minotaur.
Yeah.
His name is Anagroth, and he is a planeswalker.
Oh, so we might be looking at a really cool one in the next set.
He's going to be in the next set. Yeah,
that
he's
is a
bad
so
man.
he's a brand new guy?
Yeah, he's got these... He's like Kratos without the blades. He's
That
got
sounds
these
like
burning chains.
I would want to play with that
People
guy.
are theorizing he's definitely going to be black and red.
Yeah.
He might be black, red, and blue because he's very intelligent.
Ooh.
Basically...
I've heard of a Minotaur.
And Italy comes to the aid of Huatli. And so the two cousins are basically staring down death. There's no way these two just warriors can face down a planeswalker.
Yeah.
When Huatli's spark ignites. Is, whenever your spark ignites, you typically planeswalk to another location and then come back to where you were.
Okay, so what do you mean?
So she went to you go to another plane, another dimension.
Oh.
She went to Kaladesh.
Really?
She went to Kaladesh, saw these massive golden towers in this golden city with magical aura floating in the sky, and she thinks to herself,
I'm on serious drugs.
This is something crazy. This is something that I couldn't believe. And she believes it's a city of their legends, Orakaza, the city of gold that's supposed to have untold riches, and potentially the immortal sun, which is actually what Anagroth is after. He's trying to find this relic, or we're not really sure what it is.
Now,
it's called the Immortal Sun.
Which one's Anagroth again?
The Minotaur.
Yeah, my guy.
Chains.
My dude.
Oh, yeah.
My boy.
So she comes back from her little plane-shifted adventure, and she's freaking out because it feels like your lungs and every organ in your body just disappears, then reappears and comes back. It doesn't hurt.
Oh, no, I wouldn't want that.
But it's strange, and she just feels really weird.
I feel weird.
And Anagroth looks at her, and he's like, maybe with your help, I can get off of this accursed plane. There's something that prevents planeswalkers from leaving this plane very easily. Anagroth is the Minotaur.
No,
he's been stuck there.
He's stuck at the plane.
Okay, so this is like a new concept, though, of people not being able to leave. There's something different about it.
There's something special about this plane where it's very difficult.
Plane.
It's very difficult for them to
she's able to leave when she
That might have just been because her spark ignited. That's something that you can't control when your spark ignites.
Oh, okay.
I know. I always have that problem, too.
Oh, when your spark ignites, you just can't control it.
I can't control it.
Do you think it might be possible that Bolas is making everybody stick there?
Well, from what I've read in the past, and from what some of the hinted lore on the cards say, Bolas gave Vraska a special compass to find the Immortal Sun.
Is that one of the flip cards, though? I believe there's a compass flip card.
It might be.
That might be the one.
It might be. But anyway, so Huatli slices the chest of the Minotaur, and he's like, "Oh, how dare you!" And they flee while he's in pain. So he comes back. She comes back to the Emperor, tells him everything that's happened, and he basically looks at her and says, "You are the warrior poet. You've earned this by having your great vision of the lost city of Orakaza, and it is your destiny to get an expedition team and go and find our lost treasure, because essentially the Eternal Sun is part of their culture. That's why they're the Empire of the Sun." Okay. So essentially, she gets her cousin in Italy, and her cousin's friend. I don't remember what his name was, but they basically get together. They're like, "Yes, we'll go on this journey. We'll start this expedition," and they decide the next day to help them navigate and find a location of this place. They're going to find a river herald, which I'm guessing is a merfolk, to help them navigate the waters and find the lost city. So. That's where the second story ends.
Awesome.
So definitely, kudos to the writers. It was a great read. I was on my lunch and just gave it a quick run through. It was very nice.
That sounded actually really interesting.
So what we need to know is
what's going to happen.
What's going to happen? But like, what's so great about Ixalan? Does it have to do with what she's trying to find?
Oh, it's got to be
Bolas?
this sun. This immortal sun is probably... Because you know what Bolas' whole plan is.
Dude.
He wants to get his power back to what it was before the Great Mending. Before Urza was like... Because Planeswalkers used to be way more powerful. The Mending happened, which, for simplicity's sake, we'll say Urza, one of the first Planeswalkers, cast this spell that made the Planeswalkers' powers minuscule to what they used to be. They used to be gods, now they're...
And we're going to... Wait, so Urza's still alive, right?
No, Urza's dead.
Urza's
I'm
dead?
pretty sure Urza's dead.
Okay, I was about to say, if we're going back to
But
Dominaria...
Liliana was an original Planeswalker,
Yeah.
and she had to make the deal with the demons to get her power back to where she wouldn't die over time.
Oh, okay. And they already spoiled that it's coming back to Dominaria, right?
Oh, yeah, we're returning to Dominaria after this
I don't know. I can't remember where I heard this from. So I know that Bolas was defeated once, wasn't he? He was tricked.
He was defeated twice, technically. Once by this by someone on Dominaria. It was, I don't remember his name. He was sort of like a samurai.
Yeah.
And he was also in Grixis colors, which was pretty cool. And then the Leonin Ajani Goldbane took him down in Alara.
Ah, all right.
During the conflux.
So it's going to be all coming together
Oh,
eventually.
Yeah.
So you think this Bolas is he's going to be like the main enemy through the next couple of sets?
Nicol Bolas has been the main enemy of Magic throughout Magic's history.
Really?
Basically since Future Sight, sort of, around that time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they pretty much took a break on his storyline with the Eldrazi, though, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of released them, in a way.
He did?
He sent Jace and the guy who turns into a dragon.
Oh, okay.
He basically made it to where that was a distraction while he was putting his other machinations.
Oh,
in.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he basically told the people to go where the Hedrons were and unleash the Eldrazi. Because him and Ugin helped make the Hedrons, or nemesis. So, yeah.
Guys, we're forgetting one thing, though. Well, actually, two things. One, what did we learn? Don't take drugs, because that's how you get to a different plane. And
That wasn't that was like ascending to godhood.
That's drugs in my book.
Oh, jeez.
Liliana, no, not Liliana, whatever that person's name was.
Watley.
Watley took drugs, okay? Don't do shrooms.
Watley was a nice
Second of
little
all,
warrior.
Is there a labyrinth to go with the Minotaur? Because Minotaurs are always in the
We're not on Theros no more, dude.
Ugh.
Or there were Minotaurs.
I didn't even know there was
a...
Yeah, there were. Amonkhet. Yeah, that place got flattened.
That place got... That is the most, other than Amonkhet and...
Our Devastation?
Amonkhet and the other plane.
What do you mean? Are you talking about
Zendikar. Amonkhet and Zendikar have gotten hosed more than any other plane.
Well, yeah, you got Emrakul, and then you got Bolas.
Emrakul and Bolas just like,
Who would win in a fist fight?
Emrakul doesn't have fists, so I guess that would be Bolas.
Well, yeah, we're gonna go move on to our next segment called Shit or Legit, where we look through all the mythics and we have a vote. So we're gonna start this off by looking at the card Boneyard Parlay. It is a 5 of anything, 2 black sorcery. Exile up to 5 target creature cards from graveyards. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put all cards from the pile of your choice onto the battlefield under your control, and the rest into their owner's graveyards. Shit or legit, Jimmy?
Shit. That mana cost is too high and it doesn't get you enough utility. You're giving your opponent a lot of leeway in the matter, and I just don't think it's worth that high mana cost. Unless you can cheat it in from your graveyard with some shenanigans, which there are some in Commander, but overall I don't think it's a good card. Shit.
I agree. Okay, then we're gonna move on to our.
I see.
Pat, what's your opinion?
Just because I don't know anything about this game doesn't mean I don't know.
What do you think, Patrick?
Well, looking at this cover art, I'm gonna guess solely off that.
The cover art's nice. The artwork is
legit.
Nice
I'm going legit. They use a nice blue, and looks like the bones of Jimmy's enemies are somehow in there.
Oh, that thing I'm building.
I'm gonna say shit because it's too high and also gives your opponents too much of a choice for what you did.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to move on to Huatley, the new Planeswalker. She's the warrior poet. She's 3 of anything, 1 red, 1 white. She's a legendary Planeswalker. Huatley, that's a cool rule we're going to talk about later.
Yeah, they changed the ruling for that.
Her +2 is you gain life equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Her 0 is create a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token with trample, and her -X is Huatley, warrior poet deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. Creatures dealt damage this way can't block this turn. Shit legit.
All I've got to say is, if there's going to be anything with dinosaurs, she's going to be in it. She is a very powerful planeswalker that can protect herself.
Very, very true.
She can hit the battlefield and make sure your opponents can't block this turn immediately.
Yeah, which is really good.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
Having the ability to control games is...
Awesome. Yes. If you guys heard the guy in the background, yes. Juan Zink is also with us. He's
giving his professional opinions.
Yeah, his vote kind of matters.
Not as much as my vote.
We're going to do best out of 3. So, what do you think, Patrick?
Well, first, I just love the name Huatli. I'm hoping that is actually how you pronounce it.
That's just as sellable as Moana.
Moana. Huatli. Based off that analysis of a name, I am going legit.
Plus the lore. We touched on the lore.
The lore. She was in the lore.
She's a
dinosaurs.
badass.
Dinosaurs is all I care about.
And she can trigger enrage on your own creatures if you have dinosaurs.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is really true.
Yeah.
Good catch there.
Good catch there.
Nate, for record's sake, what are you going with?
I said legit, man. She's
Like,
cool.
she's just really
She's
good.
really cool. Like, I haven't been really hyped up with these planeswalkers until I saw her. Oh my god.
Is she the best planeswalker since Lily?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, totally has been.
Improved.
She might be. Well, it depends. The thing about Liliana is that she's very good in a lot of things.
Yeah.
She can be good
She's
in a lot
the last
of
hope.
She's just very centered on the dinos.
Yeah, that's true.
But I love dinosaurs.
Chandra was after her. Chandra.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the Kalajus Chandra is probably one of the best planeswalkers to be printed in a very long time.
They've been killing it.
Of course, they do their own shit.
All right, onward with the list.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to Shoshana, Voice of Thunder.
Shoshana.
5 of anything, 1 green, 1 blue. Legendary creature, Merfolk Shaman.
Huh.
She has power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no maximum hand size, and when Tishana enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control.
What's her mana cost again?
7.
Oh.
I'm gonna skip.
I think she has commander potential.
She's got commander potential. She's not gonna see any constructed play for 7 mana.
Well, what's your vote?
I mean, in control, you're worried about not playing a lot of creatures. That's a very control card, but I give it shit. I mean, if I'm comparing it to my high standards, it's not overly anything to write home about.
All right, hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
I'm going legit, and this is why.
Okay.
Slifer, the Sky Dragon, had
What in the hell are you talking about
from
right
Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a no limit
I'm gonna
base
smack
power.
I'm gonna smack you. I swear to you. You got a point. Slifer was really good.
Slifer was good. I'm going off that.
Goddamn Merfolk.
She's a Merfolk. Slifer was a Merfolk. Disguised as a dragon.
She, he, Merfolk.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna just sum it up by saying I'm gonna go legit because I literally think they're gonna find a place for her, like a good place.
I think Merfolk.
I think she has potential.
Could be a
She
little.
definitely go to dude. Merfolks are good and green now. They
Yeah.
got some good green Merfolk in this
They
set.
sure do. They can give unblockable with one of those rares.
Exactly.
Anything with a +1/+1 counter.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to Admiral Beckett Brass.
Ooh.
She wasn't in the lore.
No, not yet.
Well, she's a legendary creature, human pirate. For one of anything, 1 blue, 1 red, and 1 black. So it says, other pirates you control get 1/1 at the beginning of your end step. Gain control of a target non-land permanent controlled by a player who was dealt combat damage by 3 or more pirates this turn.
That's really cool flavor. She's going to be a pirate commander.
Yeah.
If there's going to be a pirate commander deck, she's going to be the head.
Yeah, she is definitely pirate commander.
She's not that big of a mana cost either.
What?
No, she only has a 4
She's only
mana.
Patrick's showed us these memes.
I'm sorry.
Like, we're trying to analyze cards, and Patrick's just like, you can't see this meme?
All right, Jimmy, shit or legit?
What was
Legit.
ability?
Legit. She lords all pirates. All the pirates get 1/1, and then if 3 pirates.
Deal combat damage to an opponent, you can take one of their things.
Yeah, you take the and it's permanent.
Permanent. I heard that part.
Yeah.
So she's a pirate, man. She steals things.
Menace too, doesn't she?
No, she doesn't have
No.
menace.
I thought you said
There's another one with menace.
There is another one.
We're getting to that.
So
Jimmy,
did you say legit?
She's legit, yeah.
Based off my 21st birthday,
Jesus
which was a pirate-themed birthday party
What?
with somebody else. It was not my decision, but it was a great night that I don't remember. I'm going legit.
I'm also going legit. Is she a woman or a man?
She's a woman.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
She's an old lady.
I want to give her credit for all
That
the
face
female
is pretty-
powerhouses in this set.
She's a beast.
Yeah, she is
People
awesome.
fear her.
Yeah, I really think that Pirate Commander is going to be a thing very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
All right, time for, I don't even know why I'm pulling this one up. Overflowing Insight. 4 of anything, 3 blue. It's a sorcery. Target player draws 7 cards.
One mana for a... I mean, would I rather have that or Quatley? I'm going to go with Quatley.
Card art is just sweet, but
yeah,
man,
it's a nice
that is...
Merfolk.
That's insane.
7-drop draw.
No one needs that many cards.
To be fair, during the times of Return to Ravnica Standard, Sphinx's Revelation was just a marginally worse version of that.
I don't know.
It was in red.
No, Sphinx's Revelation was better. It got you life. So it might see play if there's a good control deck. I could easily see that getting played.
So shit or legit.
Shit, I can't get behind it.
Say legit. I'm like, everyone just talk about Jimmy in the comment section. Just say how stupid.
If it was a different color, it'd be good. It's blue, and there's just way better.
There's so many better draws.
Yeah, are you shit on this one as well?
Are you saying shit?
Yeah, I'm saying shit, but my reasoning is because of Mystique.
He's not Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Oh my god.
But Mystique from X-Men, I always hated Mystique.
What the hell are you
And
on?
if you look at the cover art,
I'm really concerned
reminded
about you.
me of Mystique, and I didn't like
It's a
it.
Merfolk! They're all blue.
I hated Overflowing Insight because the movie Cars 3 was bad.
Was it
Wait,
bad?
this is our first unanimous.
We're not going off
shit.
topic on Cars
Yeah.
3. All right.
So that is the first legit shit card.
Here's one of my favorites. It's called Star of
Legitimately
Extinction. 5 of anything, 2 red. Destroy target land. Star of Extinction deals 20 damage to each creature and each planeswalker.
I even know that's pretty good.
destroy target land?
Yeah.
You can
Destroy
destroy one of your
target.
opponent's lands.
Yes,
That's
for
the point.
7 you get to destroy a land and then everything dies, even planeswalkers.
And the cover art showing literally the great extinction of the long neck dinosaurs.
I've got to bring up, this is a huge flavor win.
Yes.
That's some tasty flavor on that card.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh, Commander, that's brutal.
But dude, if they're going to be extinct, bro, that means dinosaur zombies are going to be in the next set.
Don't tempt me. Don't you say
No,
that to
I'm
me.
already sad there's no dinosaur pirates, man.
Oh, that's...
What the hell? What did
Yeah, General Ripclaw.
Jimmy,
Ooh, how come
Give me a
we've seen a pirate riding a dinosaur?
I think is this the first time we've seen dinosaurs as an archetype?
No, they've
No?
done dinosaurs before.
Okay, well, shit or legit. It's a 7-drop board
It's
wipe.
tasty enough where I'm saying it's legit. I don't care. You guys can hate me in the comment section. I like it because it's tasty.
for once, legit because of an actual magic thing. I like the description of that. Dealing 20 damage of something seems like it's a legit...
That kills Merit Lodge. That kills Merit Lodge.
Seems like it's a legit actual effect. So, magic reason, legit.
I call it legit.
Indestructible?
No, Merit Lodge is
No,
not
not
indestructible.
indestructible.
Not to my knowledge.
I thought it had indestructible and flying.
No, it's got
Indestructible and flying.
it's got land and flying.
Land and flying.
So, another unanimous.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah.
I think this can be another unanimous one.
Oh.
Vraska, Relic Seeker. Yeah, she's a legendary planeswalker. Create +2 is a create, or she's 4 of anything, a black and a green.
She's a 6-drop?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's worth it. So she has a +2 create 2/2 black pirate creature token with menace. Her +2 creates a freaking token with menace. Her -3. Destroy target artifact, creature, or enchantment. Create a colorless treasure artifact token that sacrifices this artifact and add 1 mana of any color to your mana
That's
pool.
flavorful. She's a Gorgon. She turns
-10.
into
Yeah.
Target player's life total becomes 1.
Jesus. That's brutal in Commander.
Can I start?
Yeah, sure. Take
This
the reins.
this in Commander is literally insane. Because not only by +2ing and creating a 2/2 menace, that takes out 2 blockers right there.
Yeah.
Good
Not to
removal.
mention making tokens is good for a recursion deck, like the I can't remember her name, the one that's in the Plunder the Graves. I use her a lot. For some reason, her name evades me. It's great for that. Her -3, which can, these can, besides her last one, these can both be used right out the bat. Destroy target artifact, creature, or enchantment. This can get rid of anything. Pretty much.
That's just
And you
the
get
best
you
removal.
get an extra mana.
Oh yeah, because it turns into a treasure.
You get a treasure token. And if you're running that black treasure card that you win with treasures,
Yeah.
there's a lot of cards. I think that's going to be an actual deck.
Hilarious.
That might be. I think that's
If
going to be a standard deck.
If someone at your pre-release wins with that card, tweet at me. I'll drive to your house and give you a hug.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Shoot her legit. Jimmy.
Legit, obviously. She's a cutie.
Legit, but also because she reminds me of Captain Jack Sparrow.
She's a lady.
I know, same.
Jack Sparrow is a lady.
I'm also a lady.
Same.
I'm saying legit. I mean, I'm cool with this Pirates of the Caribbean meets Jurassic Park theme this set's going with.
John, would you touch her?
Easily legit.
John would touch her, but not stare at her because he turned to stone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, don't stare.
All right, moving on. Next mythic is a Carnage Tyrant. It's 4 of anything,
Me?
2 green.
Carnage me?
Yeah, Carnage Tyrant can't be countered. Amazing, and he
that
has
is
trample
actually
and
really
hexproof. He's a 6 or a 7/6.
Ooh.
My green stompy deck will have him.
6-drop, 7/6 with indestructible. Wait,
No, hexproof
and trample.
And he can't be countered.
That's a very well
Very good,
protected.
very good
green
stompy
card.
creature.
Standard.
Legit.
Very good.
I think it could be good in state. I agree.
He's legit, yeah.
Legit.
In green,
Yeah.
which has good ramp.
Because we have that Gaia's Cradle card now.
Ooh, we
That
do.
can ramp to that easily if you start with low drops.
I completely back that up.
Yeah, we'll cover that a little bit later because I'm really thinking red and green is going to be back in standard.
That's a
like
classic green card right there.
All right, Jimmy, should or legit?
So
Legit?
we all said legit.
Legit.
We all agree green. I say
That's hard
legit.
to deal with.
Yeah. I'm going to go. Okay, we're going to go with 2. A Dire Fleet Ravager, Jimmy's favorite
Oh.
mythic, I think. It's 3 of anything, 2 black creature, orc pirate wizard. When Dire
last
Fleet
one's
Ravager
important.
enters the battlefield, each player loses a third of his or her life rounded up.
What?
Yes,
I
my
don't wanna
commander
have,
deck.
No, I don't want to have a calculator. I don't want to have a calculator
So
calculate a third.
the wizard tribal commander deck. I'm just gonna run it for the walls.
If you use the Eminence ability on this, you're going to have to do a third.
I'm gonna have
another-
I'm gonna have my Mirage Mirror out. I'm gonna have my commander doing her Eminence ability, and I'm gonna have that.
gonna
So
be
you guys are gonna have to lose a third of your life,
And then
3
another third.
times.
Wait, hold on.
1/3.
If we're-
You calculate 1/3, then you calculate another.
If
third,
we're
then
at
you
one
calculate-
life
third and
and
a
I
third
keep,
and a third.
we'll never lose at least because they'll just keep going down a third.
We're not
Yeah, you
playing
have to round up.
unhinged.
You have to
We're
round
not
up.
doing decimals.
You have to round up.
Yep, rounding always.
I
up to
personally
one.
hate this card because it's just annoying. It has Menace and Death Touch, which is also stupid.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I mean, he's good in a way, but I mean, there's always if you run black and actually no, it doesn't matter because it affects everybody. Never mind. Yeah, so should have legit, Jimmy.
Legit. I'm getting one, and it's going in the wizard commander, and you guys will hate life.
Shit, basically because of the number 3. I don't like the number 3 in my life, so it is shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna just pull a Patrick and say it's shit because the Justice League movie isn't out yet. This is like one of my least.
question.
I'm probably you guys already gonna know I'm gonna say shit on this card, but it could be good. It's called Rowdy Crew. It's a two of anything,
Legit. I
2
don't
red.
even know about it.
It's a human pirate. It has trample, and it says when Rowdy Crew enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards at random. If 2 cards that share a card type are discarded this way, put 2 1/1 counters on Rowdy Crew. It's a 3/3.
That's a mythic. I thought that was a rare.
It's a mythic.
Oh, that's shit. I hate it.
The thing is, it doesn't have a unique enough ability to be a mythic.
Yeah, I thought that was a
It's
rare.
a 4
I remember that
drop
card.
at the best can be a
4-drop 5/5.
5/5.
Right?
It could be a 5/5 if you discard 2 cards.
You can blink it, and it can just get huge, right?
Flicker it.
Every time you it enters the battlefield, it can trigger.
No, it's counters because the counters go away
The
once it
counters
leaves.
go away once it exiles. If you blink it, it loses its counters.
I'm saying
I
shit.
don't know. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I'm saying
Yeah, it
yeah.
I thought they kept counters in all zones.
Nah.
No. It's only with like experience counters that they say because the counters, experience counters in Commander stay on you. You have the counters, not the card. These have the card. The card has the counters. So I'm saying shit because honestly, it doesn't deserve mythic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't deserve myth. That'd
Patrick,
be
what do you
okay
think?
at a rare, but
I never liked the cheer. Let's get rowdy.
oh my god.
So shit.
All right,
Make my
let me
brain
moving
hurt.
on.
-1 counter.
All right, so we're gonna move on to this is a good one. I like this one. Vana, Butcher of Mogin. I thought it was Butcher of Megan for a second. Like who's
Megan?
Why?
Maggie.
It's a 3 of anything,
Draggy
1
Josh
white,
coming
1
in.
black. Legendary creature, Vampire Knight. Vigilance, lifelink, tap, pay 7 life, destroy target non-land permanent. Activate this ability only during your turn. It's a 4/4. Jimmy, your thoughts?
It's going to be really good in Commander. I'm excited to see him
There's-
in the war.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
bet
really
he's
cool.
going to come up against Whatley, and they're going to have a little
Whatley?
confrontation.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I love it because I'm not gonna lie, you guys. The Vampire Commander deck I haven't been enjoying very much because it has a lot of disadvantages. Mostly because
Loses
it's
the dragons.
it's lack of vampires. Like it has a bunch of vampires, but a lot of them aren't usable because they're so high cost.
Tactics, what do those vampires think of dragons?
Yeah, okay, so when you can bring like 4 commander decks and have only one of them with all flying creatures, there's certain advantages.
Seems like a personal beef going down.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying. For me,
it's fine.
I'm going to start off saying this is legit as crap because
I like it a lot.
It goes good with the vampire deck. And,
It's very good.
Yeah, I can see play with it in standard.
When you have 40 life in Commander, I mean...
I think you can actually run Vampire Tribal in standard if you wanted to.
Yeah.
It
We're losing
I don't
a huge
think
chunk of them, though, because Innistrad's rotating out.
Oh, that's true. Never mind. Well, yeah, you can try. Everybody can try.
So,
what do you think?
For me, okay. No, that's my quick question before I say should it legit. Would you run this in like a standard deck or like
What's the mana drop again?
Like,
it is a 5-drop.
it's a 5-drop.
5-drop? Yes.
Modern.
It is well. The thing is, it has
Modern?
vigilance and lifelink. That
Really?
means it doesn't tap when
yeah.
it attacks.
It doesn't
But
tap
it's
when it
really
attacks.
good.
But
John Zink is saying it is good in Modern, which
Could
is
be
one of the
good.
most adamant things you can say about a card.
Yes,
I could say
it's
it
good.
could be good in modern.
But what I'm saying is like for the paying 7 life though, that's like a lot when you only
It
have
has
three.
life. It has life link, so you can gain the life that you can.
Oh.
It has vigilance, so it taps when you can attack.
I
just creamed.
What? What
Death
happens?
Shadow has that. The entire point of Death Shadow is to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Because the lower your life,
Go
the
kill
bigger
yourself.
Death Shadow is.
Yes, yes.
That's
Okay.
removal.
That gets you
As a-
closer to
that
Death
could-
Shadow.
oh.
Yes, that's very true. That's good.
That could happen.
My
so we're
answer
all
is
saying legit.
legit.
Someone's going to brew that.
legit.
We're going to see that within the next couple months. I
I
promise it.
I think it's going to be a raise in price then. If that's what it's going to be.
Ooh.
I guarantee.
Time to go to
because-
another great card that got spoiled not too long ago. It's called Axis of Mortality. 4 of anything, 2 white. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may have 2 target players exchange life totals. That means at the beginning of every one of my turns with this card, I can tell 2 people to switch their life totals. So if we're playing Commander with 4 people, and I'm like, hey, John, you got a big life total. Why don't you switch with me? He's going to be like, no. I'm going to be like, that's too bad.
Too bad.
My favorite part about this is the political power you have upon the game.
Yeah.
You're like, if you attack me, I will switch your life total with that guy's, and that guy's in bad shape. And then he's just like, oh, spare me, Megatron.
But
great.
let's look at it out of Commander.
Okay.
Would you even think about using this in Standard? Because you
No, it's
get
too
it
high
during
drop.
your turn.
It's too
Plus,
high
it's
drop.
only during your turn. So
Well,
your
here's
opponents
the,
could
well,
beat
here's the
in.
thing about it in Commander, though, that people were thinking. Because once you play it on your turn, you're playing with 4 people.
Yeah.
That's 3 turns with a target on your face.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why people. That's what from the original conspiracy. Vendelkin Array gives all your cards flash.
Ooh.
So literally, I think that card's going to go up in price for just like stuff like this because
That's
you
a
can
nice
flash it in
interaction.
the turn before your turn, and then you have it.
That's a nice.
I'm going to say it's
interaction.
legit because I think it really has some uses once people figure out how to get that on the field properly.
Yeah. Cheating it, like getting it.
You have to know how to use it.
not
Like
on
you
your
need to know
turn.
how much protection you have when you get it out, so you know you're not going to
Yeah.
die. Because all you need to do is make it to your turn, and then you can take whatever life total you want.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm going to say legit.
I'm torn between this one. It's kind of like stuff I don't know. So I'm torn. I think ultimately though, shit.
I
Just because I don't know it, I'm ignorant and
So
I'm
we got 2
saying shit.
shits and 1 legit.
I don't like it. Yeah.
All right, okay, didn't make it. We're gonna go to Jace Cunning Castaway.
Well, this is
1 of
one less
anything,
speed.
2 blue. +1 whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player this turn. Draw a card, then discard a card. -2, create a 2/2 blue illusion creature token with when this creature becomes the target of a spell, sacrifice it. And a -5, create 2 tokens that are copies of Jace Cunning Castaway, except they're not legendary. This is Planeswalker, makes more Planeswalkers.
Yes. It just spawns more. Can we go and talk about how with doubling season it just goes infinite?
It can go in, yeah, this is, yeah, it goes in.
Because it enters with double the loyalty and you make double the things and you just
I think the card's like, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting card. I think this is the most interesting Jace we've seen in a while.
Since Mind Sculptor?
He wasn't interesting. He was just good.
It was just good.
He was just good.
What was Baby Jace? Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Yeah. He's probably the best one since there. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's legit because man, that
I
art
agree.
is cool. He's just like, man, I have half my clothes now since I got killed or beaten by a dragon.
Oh yeah, that's true. Dragon Planeswalker.
I'm
Fun fact: if you're trying to reduce his mana cost, not technically a dragon. You can't use like some of the cards in the Commander Precon to reduce.
Yeah, Jimmy assumed that the
boluses.
imminence trigger of Ur Dragon was able to.
It doesn't. It doesn't
because
interact.
So I'm gonna say legit.
I'm going to say legit because it reminds me of a SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob all of a sudden just comes rips his clothes off and he's like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but there's actual words there.
Okay.
So.
Okay, Pat. Some A-class input right there. I love it.
There's actual words.
So, but there's words.
Legit or shit?
I think it's legit, and I think the man, the myth, the legend, John Zink's going to pick up a playset for his Illusion aggro deck.
Yeah, blue aggro. John Zink would be the one to do that.
He does.
Moving on. Oh, Awakening.
You ran into the video.
Awakening Sun's Avatar.
Okay.
It's a 5-drop, or 5 of anything, 3 white. It's a dinosaur avatar. When Awakening Sun's Avatar enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, destroy all non-dinosaur creatures.
What?
So he is a 8-drop Garruk's Wake type of thing.
I thought he was 7.
No, he's 8.
Oh.
I said 5 of anything, 3 white.
Oh.
He's a 7/7, by the way.
God, if you're running all dinosaurs, I can't say that's bad. Like, nowhere in my mind
most
can I
board
say
wipes
that's
are
bad.
around 4 or 5 now, and you're paying a
getting
few
a
extra, and you're getting a
7/7
7/7, and it's not board wiping everything; it's board wiping the other person.
Which is good.
People were dissing this card. I like it. I do like it.
If you're running dinosaurs and your opponent is not one, you win. That's a win condition.
This is a late game win condition for a pirate, or not a pirate, a dinosaur commander deck.
They printed a lot of like cards already that I've seen, like 3 or 4 cards that reduce
that
mana
reduce
cost
the
of
dinosaurs. I
so
agree.
It'll probably be like a 6-drop coming in.
There's a lot of ways to lessen that casting.
Now, are those other dinosaurs?
There's like some humans that partner up with him, but that would still reduce his cost when he's coming in.
Okay.
And then that would be really, you think about it, play it as a 5-drop, 7/7 that just kills everything. And
Other than that's ridiculous.
I mean, I agree with you guys. So we were all saying legit.
There's situations where that just wins you the game.
Yeah,
we got 3 legits and a random 4th legit from John.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to move on to the big. I've said my favorite like multiple times, but this guy's sick. Gizhoth. I don't know. I don't even know how to say that.
Gizhoth.
You want me to take a crack at it?
Gizhoth. Yeah, Gizhoth. Sun's Avatar. 5 of anything. 1 red, 1 green, 1 white. This guy is going to be your dinosaur.
You say 5 of anything?
5 of anything. He's an 8-drop.
Okay.
I'll just wait for it.
Go ahead.
His art's really cool. He's a dinosaur avatar.
I love his art.
He has trample, vigilance, and haste. And whenever he deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library, put any number of dinosaur creatures from among them onto the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
I instantly, as soon as you said that, remembered, like, with the 3 keywords, I knew instantly what you were talking about. Yeah. He's a
7/6.
badass.
He's literally insane.
He's going to be a dinosaur commander. He's going to be the dinosaur commander.
You run a dinosaur heavy deck, and you throw him onto the field, attack right away, and somehow give him double strike. And somehow, say you deal 14 damage, you could get up to 14 dinosaurs. I doubt you draw 14, but that's
let's say, like, worst case scenario, like 6 dinosaurs.
Probably around 6 dinosaurs if you construct your deck properly. That's a loss.
Combine it with the card we just had before.
Yes,
and you throw him on the field for free. No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You have to play him from your hand. Cast it from your hand.
So you draw that many cards. And
but you get him.
No. You put him onto the battlefield.
Putting it into play is not the same as casting.
So you get him onto the field, but his activating ability doesn't trigger.
So then would he go to the
bottom?
But
he's still legit. As can be. He is still legit.
And then put Son of Extinction up there too. That would be a good one to go with him.
Son of Extinction?
Yeah,
Star of Extinction.
Star of Extinction.
Yeah.
There's a sun.
The sun's a star.
Sun's a star.
Yeah. I mean, if you just want to destroy all your dinosaurs. Yeah, but I mean, if I ran that, I would definitely put Star of Extinction in there just for the flavor.
For kill yourself.
Yep. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. We're gonna go to our next section. We're gonna go over what our favorite cards are. Yeah. So I'll start it off. Actually, you know what, Jimmy? You started off.
Me started off?
Yeah, go ahead and start it off.
Oh, I can definitely do that. So, my first pick for one of my favorite cards is one of the mythics we just talked about. Dire Fleet Ravager. The 3-drop, 2 black, 4/4 Orc Pirate Wizard that can just reduce all the life of everyone on the field by 1/3. So, with my Wizard Commander deck, which it's destined to be in, I'm going to ping myself, ping everybody else, and just laugh at myself and just be like, look what I have done.
All right, sweet.
And my next choice, which is going to be my standard deck. I'm telling you guys right now, This is I've started this deck back in Kaladesh, and this is the missing piece that I've been looking for. Captivating Crew is 3 of anything, 1 red, for a human pirate honorary Aetherborn. So he is pay 3 and a red. Gain control of target creature and opponent controls until the end of the turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste until the end of the turn. Activate this at the time of a sorcery.
Wait. You said he's red?
Yes.
Slife of the Sky Dragon's red.
Oh my god.
I didn't even think about
Back to this.
It must be him!
Oh.
So what you're saying is you can take creatures for 4, and then you can kill them off and give you Henny Indestructible.
Yes, I have
So
a red and black.
You have a kill spell every turn.
Yes, I have a red and black Aetherborn deck that I like because Aetherborns are a really cool creature type, and I've been brewing around with it for a while. I'm just gonna. It might not even win F&M, but I'll bring it, and I'll have more fun than anyone else. So
have fun getting your Fatal Push promos because
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got stolen by different stores and resold on the secondary market.
Well, you got next. But we got next.
Topical. My next card, it's a 2-drop artifact, little boy called Dowsing Dagger. It's one of the flip cards. These flip cards, I'm telling you, blow my mind in this set. This one specifically, when Dowsing Dagger enters the battlefield, the target opponent creates 2/0/2 green plant creature tokens with Defender. You're giving your opponent 2 little walls. We don't worry about it. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. When equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may transform Dowsing Dagger. It's worth noting, green and blue Merfolk, there's a multitude of ways to give them unblockable. So you can basically get this in and transform it after it deals damage for Lost Vale, which is a land. Not a legendary land. You can have multiples of these out at the board at any given time. Tap, add 3 mana of any one color. Tap, Black Lotus.
Yeah.
It's just like...
I know the Black Lotus.
Oh, you've heard about
I've
it?
heard the
It's a
Black
good
Lotus.
card. I don't know if you've... Really,
my favorite.
but it's you can ramp into so many crazy things.
Really?
Oh god, I'm really excited for that card. So that's going to go into all of my Eldrazi decks. But Growing Rights of Itamolok is my next choice. It's a legendary enchantment, 2 of anything and a green. When Growing Rights of Itamolok enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. And then at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more creatures, transform Growing Rights of Itamolok. End step is really key. You're not going to get the utility off of the flip side during the turn that you cast. Well, you trigger it. But it's something that's definitely going to get you some long-term gains.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to flip into Itamolok, the Cradle of the Sun, which is a hint at Gaia's Cradle. You can catch the wording there.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
You can tap it for 1 green mana, or you can tap it and add 1 green mana for each creature you control, which is, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And tokens, with tokens, that'd be ridiculous.
No, put that in your creature-heavy dinosaur deck.
That would be good. If
ramp
you're
it-
talking
you can
standard, I'm talking my decks that I like to play around with and
Okay,
beat you guys up with.
Okay.
But yeah, in standard, that plays really well with Merfolk. It would play pretty well because they've got other alternative means to generate mana and get more creatures out. Plus, they're a little bit lower drop than dinosaurs.
True.
And then the next card that I have, yes, this is my last choice out of my top 5. So it's Primal Amulet, pay 4. It's an artifact. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a charge counter on the Primal Amulet. Then, if there are 4 or more charge counters on it, you may remove those counters and transform it. It turns into the Primal Wellspring, which has art by John Avon. I don't know if you've heard of the John Avon lands, but they're the full art lands from the Unhinged series that are gorgeous.
Yeah.
The artwork on this card is amazing. It taps, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. When that mana is spent to cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that spell. All I'm saying is, in my wizard deck, my multiple extra turns, I'm going to just trigger it a bunch of times. Standard, forget about it. You're casting spells twice for using this as a land. This card's broken. It's too good.
Yeah, I agree. I very much agree.
And those are my top 5. We also added on the idea of adding a Nemesis card.
Okay.
One card that you hate more than any other card in this set. I hate this rare for the sole purpose of it hosing one of my commander decks. And I know for a fact, Tactics, you're going to freaking run.
It's probably in my top 5.
It might be in your top 5. So, actually, look, is it in your top 5?
Yeah, I think it is. I know.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and transfer into that.
I'm gonna get to her. But my first one in my top 5 is it's Regisar Alpha. We haven't talked about this one yet. It's 3 of anything, 1 red and 1 green. It's dinosaur. Other dinosaurs you control have haste. When Regisar Alpha enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token with trample. For 5 mana, you're giving all dinosaurs haste. You get a 4/4 as a card itself, and you get a 3/3 trample token.
That's in what's his name's colors too. That legendary mythic.
Yeah, it's
because that was green, red, and white.
Yeah, yeah. So all the dinosaurs fit into where they need to go.
That's very good.
Yes. So he's amazing. I mean, I feel like he's playable in standard too.
Might be.
Yeah, because he's good enough to if you're doing a red green aggro.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm making fun of Tactics right now.
Okay,
we're all doing the Italian.
And when I get excited,
he's literally doing the Italian.
Forget about it.
He's like has his whole
change
entire,
a filthy animal.
He has his whole fist like balled up into like his fingers together.
I'm gonna go to my next one.
You come to me on the day of my dinosaurs emerging, and you give it haste.
Here's the bane of a lot of things' existence. Tocatli Honor Guard. 1 of anything, 1 white. It's a 2-drop. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger.
Ooh.
Shock. It kills so many boards.
Shock it all.
Recursion deck, or not recursion. Well, yeah, recursion decks when you keep bringing things back to the battlefield doesn't happen. Anything with Panharmonicon doesn't happen. Wizards and their Eminence effect and whatever doesn't happen.
Yeah, I know.
Because it just doesn't work.
Keep touching it inappropriately, Tactics.
It doesn't work.
I'm going to hunt down every copy.
It's
and burn
freaking
it.
Awesome.
They're all going to be burned.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
There's also another card called Torpor Orb that does the same exact.
Yeah, it's
But this is in standard, bro.
4/4 orb on legs, which is a good.
Standard.
It's a valuable card. $5. How much is Torpor Orb? It's a couple dollars.
It's probably like 10.
Yeah, well, it's a very valuable card that they just imbued onto a person.
Here's another thing that kills that's going to be in standard now.
Oh, it's only 2.
Oh wait, no. Another thing I want to touch on though, when her into the battlefield effect, you know what that is in standard right now? Energy decks. They're screwed.
Oh.
Most energy cards into the battlefield giving you energy. You don't get that anymore with
Battlefield. That's a
that
good.
Sucks.
Ooh.
That's
a good
sucks. Here's another one of my favorites that's in this set. It's called Ashes of the Aberrant. It's an enchantment, 2-drop enchantment. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or activate abilities of cards in graveyards. Whenever a creature dies, you gain 1 life. This destroys Embalm. You can't Embalm.
Yeah. You can't embalm or eternalize.
Exactly, and then I'm pretty sure that a lot of the aggro deck that's been winning the what is it called?
Mono red aggro. Yeah. There's 2 or 3 eternalized cards in there, so that just makes them irrelevant.
Oh yeah. How many was that? That was 3, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think
this is your top.
Yeah.
Well, now I went to the other ones because I want to go over ones that we didn't because Jimmy had a few. I mean, obviously the Gaia's Cradle is going to be my favorite
beastly.
too. Yeah. I'll tell you what right now. Vanquisher's Banner, the 5-drop artifact. As Vanquisher's Banner enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get 1/1. Whenever you cast a creature spell of the chosen type, draw a card. This is good in standard. You can do this in standard now.
Yeah.
That is good. Because now you got reliable archetypes anyway. Because vampires are playable now. Mm-hmm. Dinosaurs could be playable.
Merfolk could be playable.
Merfolk are very playable.
Pirates.
And this kind of pairs with the Unclaimed Territory, which is the mana fixing card. You can pick a creature type and you can add 1 of anything.
You could have my favorite uncommon as one of your honorable mentions.
Which
the
one?
2-drop blue enchantment, flying creatures get +1/+1. The Drake Haven from Amonkhet, I want to say.
Yeah.
Just like you can do a lot of banana stuff with that, man. The 2 mana for +1/+1 on all your flying dudes. I'm going to put it in my Dragon Commander deck because I don't straight up praise that thing
Did
enough.
you see that they reprinted a less good version of Sun Titan?
What? Oh, the vampire.
Yeah,
the vampire.
she costs 1 less, and she has Vigilance. And whenever she attacks, you return target creature card with converted mana cost of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sun Titan can do any permanent.
Ooh, in standard, that
and it's when he enters.
That's like one of the best friends of Coco.
Yeah.
Collected company is 3 drops or less, I believe.
Very good. So those are my top 5. I mean, if we wanted a little thing on the side, Walk the Plank is amazing.
Walk the Plank is good.
2 drop, destroy target,
non-pirate.
Non-merfolk creature. Yeah, that means you could take my Stormcrow Leviathan, a giant fish, make him walk the plank, and he dies. He dies.
Emrakul, the promised end. Walk the plank.
You're not a merfolk. I could be if I wanted to.
I swear.
Okay, man, we're going to move on, and just to be clear, these prices are going to change. They will. They will change.
Pre-order prices are inflated.
They are insane.
By a huge margin.
Yes. So
that's how it is.
We're going to go over the ones that are around $10 and up.
So what's this next segment called then, Tactics?
Boom or bust.
Boom or bust.
I love your mother. What? Okay.
Okay.
You thought this was a PG podcast. All right, go ahead, Jimmy. Do you see anything that sticks out a little bit?
Growing rights of Itamaloc is very good. Is it worth $20?
That's half a guy's cradle right now.
Yeah, it's...
I think it's a chase rare.
I think it's easily going to... 10 years from now, will it be $18? It might be more than $18.
Exactly.
Like, honestly,
I think it can go up.
Yeah. What's in the short term? In the short term, it's going to maintain sort of like a stable. I'm guessing 10. I'd say $8 to $12 range is what we're going to be looking at for that card. Vraska, the Relic Seeker, is probably going to be. It's probably going to go up a little bit as soon as it's officially released. I'm guessing it's going to peak at around $18. Decline and then maybe go back up.
What's the current price on
Vraska? Is $16.94.
She's going. I think she's going to go down. I think she's going to sell around $9.
After it rotates out of standard, after Ixalan rotates, I don't think she'll have hardly any value. If we're being honest,
because she's a 6-drop planeswalker.
Yeah,
most planeswalkers above 5 don't do.
In modern, she's not going to be playable.
Well, so, I think she'll. You're saying what's she going to start at like here in the next?
She's
going
to start. She's going to start.
She'll start 15 sort of range after a couple months.
Her only value is going to be from a commander like
in the long run.
Yeah,
and we know how.
I'm going to use her.
What's his name? The vampire.
Which one?
The really good one in Commander, Planeswalker.
Oh, you talking about Edgar? Markov?
No.
Are you talking about the one that? Oh, from this set? Oh, it's a Butcher
old Planeswalker.
Walker of Plains.
Sword Markov, yes. We all know how valuable he is because of Commander.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing about his ability though is when he enters the battlefield, he can automatically throw a person to 10 life. She has to wait 2 or 3 turns. I can't remember.
If you guys want to know how broken the pre-order prices are, it's viewing Growing Rights of Itamaloc and Itamaloc, the Cradle of the Sun, as 2 separate cards on my list.
Yeah.
So fun fact, that is the same card.
The front face of the card is worth $4 more than the back side.
Don't you buy?
So the enchantment side is worth more than the actual cradle side?
I don't understand.
So what you're saying is if I pull one of those and I get a really sharp knife and cut the card in half...
An X-Acto knife?
$30. $30.
I've extracted additional...
Quatley, she's at $14.50 right now.
Oh, she's going to boom
up. That's fair.
No, she's booming up.
Fair.
Booming up.
She's so different that people want her.
Yeah. Think about that name.
So different.
Think about that name.
New Planeswalkers just get me excited.
Yeah,
because we've been dealing with
someone that's not Jace, the freaking Gatewatch. Yeah. Exactly.
And it's usually like, oh, this is trash. This Planeswalker's trash, and then they put a really good version of the Planeswalker. And they're like, okay, we love him again for a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like with Gideon. I didn't like Gideon until they're like, oh, now they got one where he just does everything.
Yeah.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Carnage Tyrant is $11.99.
That's too high. That's too high.
$4.
No, I'm going
I'd
lower.
say 4 to 3.
I'm going lower.
While it's in standard, I'm saying 4 to 3.
There is a very similar card to that's in that was in the Return to Zendikar. Remember that big green? It was like 6.
Not the Avenger of Zendikar, but the other one.
It's the big stompy one.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like a 7/7 or something. It's a hexproof trampler, just like this is. Yeah. So I don't see much of it. I think it costs 1 mana more. Yeah. I think is the difference.
Yeah.
But that card's not worth anything.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Spell Swindle.
Ooh, Jinx.
Is that the flip?
It's a $5 card. Well, no, it's not $5. It's a 5-drop card. Counter target spell, create X treasure tokens. X is the number of converted mana cost for the card.
I didn't even see this card. That's amazing.
That's gonna go.
You said it's blue?
It's blue.
Oh, okay. That might be an issue because a lot of the treasure cards I saw were like black and red.
You could run Grixis Treasure tried to get that alternate win condition.
Yeah.
Long run.
Hold on. Well, no, actually, it's kind of interesting because Hawley the Dinosaur Knight, which is in the dual decks, she's at $9.
Well, I mean that's expected. It's a Planeswalker from the dual deck.
I don't think she's worth that though.
No,
I really don't.
I mean the supply is going to be restricted because it's only going to be people that open the dual decks. So.
Well, yeah.
Now here, Register Alpha, like the one I liked before, he's at $7.90.
Yeah.
For some reason, he's just not as available as you think that rare would be. I think he could stay around $6.
For a 4-drop, I like that card.
Because here's the thing: if they print more dinosaurs that matter, he's going way up.
If you buff it,
he's a complete support that actually has some ass on him. So he's
got that booty.
Yeah,
I agree. Valna, the Butcher of Magan. It's going up because of Commander.
Going up.
People are buzzing about it because of Commander. I guarantee it's going to go up.
I can't believe they're saying it's only $8 right now.
I mean, standard, it's but
it's going to go down after a while. It's going to go up and then it's going to go down.
Yeah.
Because people are not going to start... They're probably going to print something that's better than Eminence eventually. And people are just not going to care.
Maybe, yeah. Gisoth, the Sun's Avatar, is at a decent price point.
He's at $6 right now?
$6.
Going up. Dinosaurs will get more if they print dinosaurs the way they might. It's going up in popularity.
Well, I was gonna say if they're printing all just from looking.
Okay,
at
put it this way, Jimmy. What other dinosaur commander would you have besides the Planeswalker? Because I wouldn't even have her as a commander, really.
Yeah, it cuts you out of an additional color.
Exactly.
Cuts you out of green.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Gisoth Drolf, like they were before Scarab Gods printing the ideal zombie commander.
Yeah,
they were like $5.
I think he's going to go up. Unless they print a better one, a better dinosaur.
That's fair.
Anything else that's just noticeable? Everything else is about right.
I mean,
yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, the rest of it is Rowdy Crew is at $341. I think that's going to be one of the trash mythics.
Yeah, it should be noted we're using MTG Goldfish prices.
Yeah. At this the day of we're recording, which is
we're recording the 15th of September. Yes.
And this will probably be posted within a day or two.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
we got pre-release next weekend, so
exactly.
We'll see.
So what's our final thoughts? What's our final thoughts about this whole set? I'm really loving it. I'm loving the vampire support, so my vampire commander can be relevant.
We're in Mayan times with pirates and conquistadors. This flavor
and dinosaurs
is so cool.
and pirate dinosaurs.
It's the time of exploration. It's like that entire era of time.
It's the land before time.
We didn't even talk about that.
It is the land.
We didn't even talk about the mechanic exploration.
Exploration.
Ooh, there's a lot.
I actually like it. I mean, you guys can look it up. You guys can probably just look it up. But it's what is it essentially that you can search? It's a search ability.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall, we think the set's really good. I think the value of the cards are great because it's not.
Juan. Are you on meth?
Juan's on meth.
Yeah.
We apologize for the brief inconvenience of the time. And
we're restarting.
Okay.
Just restart. Juan, we literally had like 5 minutes left. I'm cutting your left nipple off.
I wanted some water.
All right, so what are our final thoughts?
I love this set. I mean, the mechanics work really well together, and they're on point with the flavor. A bunch of exploration, a bunch of pirates running around doing whatever they want.
Mayan times.
Oh, enraging the dinosaurs to trigger additional abilities. I mean, this is just...
I think Walk the Plank should say destroy target non-merfolk and try all the bite creatures, because that's a thing now.
What?
Yeah, it's a
Trilobite?
Trilobite, yeah. Have you seen them? They're in this.
There's a Chupacabra in this set.
No, there is not.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's an uncommon.
Hold on.
That's my card.
It's terrible.
Nope, it's the best card ever.
No, it's not.
Since I didn't get a favorite card.
Oh, that's your favorite
That
card?
is now my favorite card. The Chupacabra.
Here it is. Lurking Chupacabra. 3 of anything in 1 black for a creature beast horror. When it enters...
Beast horror?
Horror.
Oh, okay.
Beast prostitute. Whenever a creature
enters the street corner,
it gets herpes. By herpes, I mean -2/-2 till the end of the turn. It does. It gives it -2/-2 whenever a creature you control explores.
That's not...
No, it's not good.
You could do
Quiet
something.
tactics.
I guess
it's the first Chupacabra ever printed. I wanted more.
Wait, are we? Can we expect Chupacabra tribal?
Chupacabra tribal? No. Creature type is not Chupacabra.
No, it's not.
I'm running it as my first commander deck that
It's
I do.
not a legendary creature.
I'm running it as the first commander deck. I will draw in an orange little icon in
That
the.
doesn't work.
It has to say legendary creature. It could
Good
be a
thing
common.
Good thing I got handwriting skills. Good thing I can write.
What?
Think about it, folks.
This time next week, you're going to see little Patrick holding up his cards with 2 little hook hands because he's not going to have them because I'm not going to let it happen. You'd be told.
I think for me, though, for a final thought, I actually enjoyed the lore. I think that was a great lore, just from someone who doesn't really know anything about Magic.
We could
It kept me
continue talking about the lore. We could do another podcast, and I can get lore updates.
It kept me interested. I did like all the mythics, just knowing about it, because from the few that I did,
all the mythics.
all the mythics, just all of them, except for Rowdy Crowdy Jowdy.
Rowdy Crowdy.
Rowdy Crowdy Jowdy is not something I
But
like.
they were the most like Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Yeah, Slifer was my favorite, and then also
Which one did you even think was Slifer? I don't even like.
I think it was like the first one.
The
draw spell. Like
the draw one that you get off that.
That's not even a goddamn creature.
Like
I
I
get smacked.
Like I said, also Land Before Time. That one was a great card too. Poor dinosaurs got extinct.
I'm sorry, but if they end up printing a card called Littlefoot, I will die.
They're not gonna.
It'd be amazing.
There would be copyrights.
It'd be amazing. There wouldn't be copyrights.
I copyrighted. All right.
So yeah, that concludes our first podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed this.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Check
Thanks
out
for
the
hanging
other
with us.
videos.
Check out our other videos. Like
Yeah,
and
what he
subscribe.
said. Like and subscribe.
Share.
Yeah, hit
and-
that bell. Hit the bell icon at the bottom. You will be alerted when we submit new videos. We're not doing it as frequently, but the content is so much more delicious. I promise.
Flavorful.
I might do. Hey! If you leave a comment down below and you want a little cooking tutorial, I made a new kind of flavor of queso. I'll do a cooking. I'll do a cooking tutorial for the channel.
That was tonight's snack. That
It
we
was.
had.
I made queso. It was delicious.
Yeah. Go ahead and put in the comments if you want me to make a queso video.
I'll do it.
We're gonna end on that.
Yeah.
We'll see you folks later.
You know what they say.
You know what they listen to.
Ooh.
Back at the podcast.